Back in September of 2001, I was a student at Columbia's journalism school in New York, when the world as we knew it changed. As one of the few Portuguese journalists in New York, I was asked by a network in Lisbon to go live from the city.
Se voltasse a repetir o que aconteceu no World Trade Center há 2 dias.
It was the first time I'd covered terrorism. And it awakened me to the ways that extreme ideologies, festering in distant places, can impact so many in a globalized world. My experience on 9/11 led to other stories, investigating terror networks in Syria, Iraq, Sri Lanka, Sierra Leone,
You see the mine right here?
Nigeria, and Lebanon.
In the hands of Hezbollah, how careful should we be?
You should be very careful.
I've tried to understand how these groups think, how they recruit, how they plan,
It goes into the truck, yeah?
and how they fund their operations.
They're making money out of the selling and out of the transportation of oil.
وقت اللي نحن بنطلعوه هو بيجمعوا عنده بصير عنده سور سودي مشان يبيع للشعب السوري.
And recently, I've heard rumors of a new funding source: gold. That's what brought me to Niger. I came here to learn how this dangerous trade works and how terrorists are profiting. But then, the world shifted once again.
Hi, can you hear me? The communication is really bad. Communication is really bad. I'm sorry.
Hello?
Yes, so we just got word that there was a military coup. And basically it just happened a few hours ago in the capital. And we're just waiting for word on what to do. We're not sure. What's that? Sorry, the connection. Yeah, and now it's not even going through. We have no idea what's happening. We're all really on edge, and it doesn't look like it's very safe for us to stay here. Basically driving right in the middle of the Sahara. There's no actual real roads here, and there's just miles and miles of just emptiness, nothing. In a convoy of 3 military trucks right now, with about 20 guys carrying an AK-47, and they say that that's necessary here because there's been an increase in attack in this region.
Niger is one of the most remote and dangerous places in the world. The country is part of the Sahel region of Africa, a region that's become a breeding ground for the biggest brands in terrorism. Since the early 2000s, groups like Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, and the Islamic State have killed tens of thousands of people in Sahel and displaced millions more. It's all part of a violent attempt to expand their influence and spread their ideology. But that expansion is costly, and one newfound commodity here is helping to fuel it.
So there's been a huge gold rush in Niger the past decade, and there have been gold mines popping up all over the country. We're heading to one of the most recent ones.
I want to know if these recent discoveries of gold are becoming a hidden source of funding for terror groups. So I'm starting at the source.
You can start seeing some huts. You know, you drive through the desert for so long you don't see anything, and it seems like so out of place. So here it is, this is it. Gold Wild West. All those holes in the ground, that's all mines. So they're basically going down in under these holes. Wow, that is insane. Ça va? Bonjour, ça va?
Ouais, ça va. Bonne
Je
arrivée.
suis Mariana.
Ouais, Mariana, bonne arrivée. Ok, bonne arrivée.
Comment t'appelles-toi?
Je m'appelle ici.
Ici.
Ouais, ouais.
This is a familiar sight throughout the Sahel. Young men prospecting in the desert with hand tools and little else. But the reason our army escort is on high alert is because deadly attacks on mining sites, like this one, have become alarmingly common.
Je peux vous montrer en bas, dans le trou là-bas.
In fact, this was one of the only mines in the entire country that they felt comfortable with us visiting.
Non, dans la grande, ici.
Ouais, ouais, ici.
Ouais.
Voilà, on rentre dans le trou.
So he's saying his mine is right here.
Right.
But you can see all of these where there's a bunch of holes around that are they're all essentially mines. Oh, wow. Holy moly. Okay, so this is the entrance to his mine. Right here.
Ouais.
Wow.
On rentre ici.
C'est combien de mètres?
Bon, ça peut arriver plus que 100 mètres.
Et on peut aller?
Ouais, on peut aller, voir.
Oui.
Voilà. Vous pouvez descendre doucement, doucement ici, comme il y a le trou de l'autre côté. Voilà.
Oh, wow. So there's one of the miners that's coming up right now.
Ouais.
So we're at about 60 feet, and we have to go over 200 feet down.
The mine has been blasted with dynamite and dug out by hand. There are no supports to buttress the walls or ceiling. And yet, Isifu and his men navigate the shafts without any safety equipment and just flip-flops on their feet.
Okay. Oh, wow. It's getting really, really dark now. Super dark. You can barely see anything. You really do need these headlamps.
All of this is unregulated. The sense I get from the miners is that the government is so strapped for resources, these mines can operate with impunity. I imagine there's hope, too, that young men at work in the mines will be harder targets for terrorists to recruit. If that sounds rather desperate, it is, and indicative of the many challenges facing the country.
C'est par là? Oui.
Ouais, c'est par là.
I mean, come and see this. This is crazy how deep it gets. At this point, it's just so steep that we have to go with our bums down as if it's a slide. I think we're getting close. You can start hearing the hammering on the rock here. C'est ici?
C'est ici.
Oh, wow. Okay, this is where they're digging right now. You can see them essentially hitting and basically digging for gold. See, and then it all goes into these big white bags and gets carried up. It's really hot here, very hot, and really dark. And you could see pieces of basically the ceiling falling down.
Passez par ici.
Oui, par ici.
Regarde.
Oh, wow.
C'est ça, il y a l'or dedans. Tu vois
Wow,
ceci
so
là.
you could see that
Tu
there's
vois, non?
gold
Il y a
inside.
l'or dedans.
So this is the vein.
Où ça donne des couleurs comme ça, là. Si on file ça, on va trouver de l'or. Tout ceci, là.
It's estimated that more than $5 billion in gold is extracted each year from small, unregulated sites in the Sahel like this one. A testament to the sheer willpower of miners like Isifu.
And they're telling us that we actually have to start going up because at 5 p.m. they start putting dynamites in the mines around. So there's a risk that this will all collapse. So they're telling us we have to head up. We have 2 minutes to get up there. Okay. Okay.
Here we go.
Okay. Okay, let's go, guys.
Voilà, c'est arrivé.
If they reach a rock that is too hard to hit by hand, that's when they use the dynamite, and he says they use it quite frequently.
Every workday at 5 p.m., Isifu and his men set off explosives.
Whoa, did you hear that?
Si c'est allumé ici, ça va aller rapidement et ça va.
When the dust settles, they'll descend back into the mine and work late into the night, hauling out the blasted rock. Much as I'd like to stay, the gold mines of the Sahel region are not a place to be caught after dark. The soldiers escorting us are adamant that we get back to our camp before nightfall, or risk finding ourselves in somebody's crosshairs.
Nous écoute qu'il y a d'autres mines qui sont attaquées de personnes terroristes.
Ouais. Ils vont tuer tout le monde. Ils vont tuer, assassiner les gens. Ils sont venus dans un village comme ça de dire que tous les gens du village n'ont qu'à cotiser l'argent pour les donner. Si vous n'avez pas amené l'argent là, ils vont venir vous tuer tous.
Last year, 2023, more than half of all terrorist-related deaths happened in the Sahel.
Kiari Liman Tingiri has served as the Nigerian ambassador to the United States since 2021.
You have ISIS, you have Al-Qaeda. To the south, we have Boko Haram. In the north, you have Jinim, which is Al-Qaeda affiliate. Their goal is to try to set up an Islamic State that can be a sanctuary, a safe haven for their activity against the rest of the world. So they will use gold, but not just as an end, no. They will use it as a mean.
Back in 2002 and 2003, there were just 9 terrorist attacks on the entire African continent. Fast forward 20 years to 2022, and that number jumped to 2,737 attacks in Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali alone. The attacks often entail large groups of terrorists roaring into villages and mining sites on motorcycles, and robbing and killing with abandon.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais pour maintenir la sécurité de...
Ouais, ma sécurité, seulement, c'est prier à Dieu. Dieu n'a qu'à nous protéger. Ouais, parce que nous, on n'a pas des armes. On est là pour mettre notre force, travailler. Parce qu'on ne veut pas aller faire le banditisme. Moi, mon rêve, ce que je veux dire, mon rêve, je cherche à trouver de l'argent pour donner une bonne éducation à mes enfants, qui n'ont qu'à devenir des bonnes personnes. Regarde comment on est sale. Tout ça, c'est pour avoir sauvé nos enfants et nos parents.
Ultimately, it's this desperation that keeps the miners digging, despite all the risks.
Ouais, c'est ici qu'on fait le travail pour enlever de l'or, là. Si on a travaillé en brousse, on va l'amener ça ici pour écraser, pour faire sortir de l'or. Ouais, c'est les machines qui travaillent ici.
The rocks he brings here generally yield small amounts of gold. It's then sold to middlemen for cash, and the profits split evenly between the mine's owner and Isifu's crew.
Voilà ça, mais c'est pas beaucoup, il faut savoir.
Ça, c'est combien?
C'est de l'or, c'est 1 gramme.
So this is a gram of gold, basically. This is after the mercury's been burnt off.
It will be sold for the equivalent of about $60.
Doesn't look like much, but this is why all this is happening. It's all because of this.
Petit à petit, un jour, ça devient beaucoup.
This is taken, then transported to Agadez.
Agadez.
The journey from here to Agadez is 100 miles of unpaved and punishing terrain. But waiting at the end is a city that serves as a stronghold of Tuareg people. At a crossroads of the Sahel, where fortunes in ivory, salt, spices, and slaves have traded hands over the centuries. Today, it's gold that feeds the local economy.
Oh, wow. This is almost 600 grams of gold. It's worth
$36,000. This is market day for Cleekly, a gold broker who has come to the forge to melt down ingots that he and his men have bought from miners like Isifu. If terrorists are stealing gold, at some point, they must trade it. And I'm hoping Cleekly can explain how and where that happens.
Et alors, combien d'or est-ce que vous avez fait aujourd'hui?
À peu près 200 millions.
So today alone, he's processed $333,000 worth of gold here. That is incredible, c'est incroyable. Alors, combien de bénéfices est-ce que tu fais avec 7 kilos de...
7 kilos, bénéfice 20 millions.
20 millions. Oh. So that's $33,000 that
Yes.
he's made just today from the gold that he was able to process, and that's liquid, just pure money.
Cleekly has agreed to speak with us, but only for a short while. Especially in a country with poverty as desperate as Niger's, walking the streets with gold bars is an invitation to be robbed or killed.
Ici est dangereux, père.
Ouais. Mais moi, il y en a des armes, il y en a des pistolets.
Vous avez déjà utilisé?
Ouais.
Vous avez déjà utilisé?
Ouais.
Pas une personne qui a un bandit ou quoi?
Bandit, c'est normal s'ils travaillent là.
Beaucoup de personnes ici sont armées.
Pour le travail, là, il y a beaucoup d'armes. C'est normal.
Est-ce que tout est fait voler? Déjà?
Ouais.
Wow. Et combien d'argent?
En total, là,
So many zeros.
1 milliard, 120 millions.
2 millions de dollars.
Yes.
$2 million.
Yes.
Wow.
C'est bien sûr. Maintenant, il y a la sécurité.
Oui?
Ouais.
Combien de personnes?
Ah, beaucoup. Même, j'ai arrivé hier soir, lors là, 20 voitures la sécurité.
20 voitures?
Ouais,
Vraiment?
vraiment.
The Sahel wasn't always this dangerous. Ironically, it was an American and NATO intervention in neighboring Libya that created a power vacuum and opened the floodgates to militants.
The problem really arose following the fall of Gaddafi in 2011 in Libya.
This final image, a violent end for a violent man.
The mercenaries who were fighting for Gaddafi, they looted his weapons stores.
Artillery, rockets, missiles, and chemical weapons agents that could make a terrorist's head spin.
And came down south into Mali.
That influx of fighters and weapons made the Sahel less safe and less stable. Terrorist groups saw the region's increasing lawlessness as the perfect place to recruit, train, and plan attacks, both in Africa and beyond. Back in Washington, America saw uncomfortable parallels to Afghanistan and 9/11.
We have to recognize that the threat has shifted and evolved from the one that came to our shores on 9/11. With a decade of experience now to draw from, this is the moment to ask ourselves hard questions about the nature of today's threats and how we should confront them.
To try to stem it, they began pouring humanitarian and military aid into Niger.
So this is actually one of the largest U.S. military drone bases in the world, and we're in the middle of the Sahara Desert, in the middle of nowhere.
On the outskirts of Agadez is an American military facility known as Air Base 201, finished in 2019 by the U.S. Air Force at a cost of more than $100 million. American taxpayers also spend an estimated $20 to $30 million a year to maintain it.
You can see it's all this barbed wire and it goes on for a long time. There's a bunch of soldiers coming out, well armed. Do they want us to stop? Are they asking us to stop? Should we stop? I think we were driving too close to the base. So now we have a couple of soldiers coming to ask us questions.
The U.S. has more than 1,000 military personnel stationed in Niger, whose presence, along with drone surveillance and strikes, are intended to help keep terrorist groups in check. But lawlessness remains rampant. Even here on the perimeter of Base 201, less than a year ago, a vehicle carrying $40,000 in payroll for the base was robbed in broad daylight. So it's understandable why they'd asked us to stop the car.
So we're with National Geographic. We're a television crew. I can show you my credential.
After a few questions, they let us go.
Google.
Our plan was now to move closer to the capital, Niamey, to further investigate gold and terror connections. When we came to Niger, we knew that the gold trade was just one facet of a bigger story about America's ongoing strategy for combating Islamic terrorists and its battle with other global powers for influence in the region. But not in our wildest dreams did we expect what would happen next.
Hello? Hi, can you hear me? The communication is really bad. Communication is really bad. I'm sorry.
Hello?
Yes, so we just got word that there was a military coup in the country. Just got back to hotel and finally got access to cell phone service. And basically it just happened a couple of hours ago in the capital. And we're just waiting for word on what to do. We're not sure. Right now we're in Agadez. What's that? Sorry, the connection. Yeah, and now it's not even going through.
Tonight, chaos in the capital of Niger after what appears to be a coup attempt against President Mohamed Bazoum by his own security forces.
Une dizaine de militaires en tenue.
Coup d'étatの起きた西アフリカ。
In addition to growing threats from terror groups,
the U.S. is calling for the president to be released immediately.
Officers were closing the country's borders and establishing a curfew.
Niger is a key security ally for the U.S. in the region.
This does not bode well at all.
Camille?
Hello?
Hey, Mariana here. We got the news, and it's, I think we're all a little bit on edge here. We're all very nervous. How are you doing?
The situation is very tense and confused.
And what do you mean? What is happening in the capital? Oh. Hi, can you hear me?
Sorry.
So what happened exactly? Can you tell me?
We went to the presidency. They do some shoots in...
Oh, wow. So there were some shots fired, right, on the streets of the capital? So yeah, I think, we have no idea what's happening. We're all really on edge and waiting to hear what to do next. It doesn't look like it's very safe for us to stay here.
I was here in DC. I received calls and WhatsApp message and people telling me something is happening around the presidency. So I called the president, he told me yes, that's the situation we are in.
Demonstrators who support the president scattered as gunshot rang out. Why this coup is happening is unclear.
They've closed the country's borders and they've closed the airspace, so no flights are coming or going.
What was a fragile democracy now appears to be heading towards full-blown military dictatorship.
Everything can happen in the immediate after coup. I was scared for the president, for his life, for his family, and I was scared also for other people.
La situation reste donc confuse. La seule certitude, c'est que lui et son épouse sont actuellement retenus dans sa résidence. Retour en images sur ces dernières heures avec Nicolas Cham.
So the president is still being detained by the military?
Yes, the president are detained by the militaries.
Baba Touré is our local producer, who's originally from Mali.
Sorry.
Are you getting a lot of messages from your family and people?
Yeah, I get, yes. Since yesterday night, my family called me, friends. They try to know if I'm fine, if everything is good. Everybody's worried, yeah.
So these are the ones responsible for the coup, yeah?
Yeah.
I've been a journalist for over 25 years. And this is the first time I've been trapped inside my own story. Overnight, airspace has been shut down and land borders have been closed. That leaves us in a tight spot. We came here with army security provided by President Bazoum's government. And now that his government is gone, so is our security. We're in a small hotel in the desert, a 500-mile drive from the international airport in the capital, glued to the TV, watching events unfold. This coup is a deep shock for the country and for the US. It was only 4 months ago that Antony Blinken made the first ever official visit by a Secretary of State to Niger.
It was historical. It's political message to say to the world that for US friendship with Niger matters, that they respect and admire what President Bazoum was doing, that the US is open to assist Niger in economic growth and development, but also in security, state building, reinforcing democracy.
Today, I announced nearly $150 million in new humanitarian assistance.
Niger is really an extraordinary model at a time of great challenge, a model of resilience, a model of democracy.
What does it mean that only months later, this model of democracy has been overthrown?
Niger was in the process of shrugging off a reputation as part of the coup club of countries in this part of Africa.
Rumors are swirling about what really motivated a coup. Did General Chiani, the leader of the Presidential Guards, take action because he'd heard he was about to be replaced? Was President Bazoum to blame for fostering such close ties to France, which ruled Niger as a colony until 1960 and maintained an unpopular military presence? One of the first acts of violence to be broadcast is the riot where coup supporters chant, "Down with France," as they try to set fire to its embassy in the capital.
Elsewhere in the capital, they hold aloft the Russian flag.
Or was this the work of Putin's Russia, a country that has much to gain from Niger's break with France and the US?
Tailors in Niger's capital busy making more Russian flags to meet increased demand.
Again and again, Putin has attempted to use the instability in the region to his advantage. The Sahel has experienced 7 coups in just 3 years, ushering a new generation of military strongmen into Putin's orbit. He's hosted them at conferences in Moscow and provided Wagner mercenary troops to help them fight terrorists and maintain control.
Wagner and Russia stocks seem to be rising in West Africa. All the Africans know that Putin is ready to save us, this man says.
In exchange, Russia has obtained valuable mining contracts to extract the Sahel's many natural resources, including gold. There is a concern that Putin might send troops to prop up the coup leaders, an action that could spark a civil war. It's also possible that terrorist groups could exploit these chaotic days after the coup to stage their next big attack.
You are in the meeting now.
Hi, guys.
Hey, everyone.
Mariana here. I think at this point, we would all feel much better if we're actually discussing plans for our extraction in case there is, in fact, a military evacuation.
Oh, yeah, we understand your concerns. They are valid. Our current recommendation as a stand is to stay where you are at the moment. violence is a lot more likely to break out in places like Niamey, where the pro-Russian protests are currently happening.
Yeah, we understand all that. We just want to know if violence breaks out where we are right now, what is the plan?
So we can't identify where the hotspots will be and where the safe locations would also be. It is touch and go at this moment very much.
So what exactly is it that you guys can do for us? What exactly is your role?
If the situation does get worse in Agadez, we can move you to the safer location.
Yeah, so that's what we sort of want to have those. Where would that be? When would that be? And where? What was that point? And is there a plan already being set in motion? We're missing a little bit of a sense of urgency or pre-planning, so we're not stuck in a war if military intervention starts.
So depending on what happens, we can move you to a safe location inside the country.
Yeah, but do you guys have any idea where that is? Do any idea where that would be? What's that safe location? Any idea?
Currently, no.
I think the most troubling part of it all is the fact that we're stuck here. They say that it'll be at least another week before they open up the airspace, maybe more. So we have no idea how long we're going to be stuck here.
Stuck in our little Agadez hotel, I find myself fighting two impulses. The first, to get out of the country as soon as possible, as there's a real chance of violence breaking out. The second impulse is to do what we've come here to do.
We wanted to see the situation, so we've actually been out and about today. Things are pretty calm here. Niamey in the capital is not the same. They've been burning buildings. There's been a lot of protests, both supporting the coup and against the coup.
The contact says a former member of a terror group has agreed to meet with me, but only in a location of his choosing. And that means leaving the relative safety of our hotel. I'm hopeful this man has insight into how these terror groups, the gold trade, and the coup are all intertwined.
I'm looking for this blue door somewhere around this neighborhood.
But really, I have no idea what I'm walking into.
Ok, Mustapha, c'est le nom que tu veux. Ouais. Je t'appelle, ouais? Ça, c'est pas ton vrai nom?
Non.
Est-ce que tu me peux dire un peu ton liaison avec les extrémistes?
Oui, moi j'ai été converti dans ce truc de terroriste par les biais des frères que je connais.
How old were you when you joined the group?
18 ans, hein? Le groupe, c'était Al-Qaïda.
Al-Qaïda?
Ouais.
Et comment est-ce qu'ils l'ont fait pour te convertir?
Bon, pour me convertir, c'était pas trop difficile. De base, ici chez nous, on est des musulmans. Donc, c'est ce qui m'a poussé. À partir du début et après, il y avait beaucoup d'aspects parce qu'il y a le manque de travail.
Pour tout le pays?
Non, plus précisément dans la région dans laquelle on vit, on n'a pas de travail.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais là-bas?
Quand tu viens, tu vas passer à une formation militaire. Et après, on te donne une arme. Après, on vous met dans un camp. Tu ne comprends pas ce qui se passe.
Et qu'est-ce que tu as vu en violence?
Il y a toutes les violences. Tu vas voir des gens décapités. Une coupe de main pour un rien. Si on te prend avec une femme, te tape 100 fois. C'est très dangereux. Parce que c'est un système, peut-être que c'est pas beaucoup de gens qui le comprennent. Moi, je comprends très bien. Parce que je suis dans le système.
Tu as été violent?
Non. D'ailleurs, c'était même ça la chance. C'était ma chance. Le bon Dieu m'a protégé d'une manière que je n'ai pas tué quelqu'un.
Comment est-ce qu'il paye pour son activité, pour ses armes, pour tout ça?
Beaucoup de trucs, il y a le trafic dedans. Le trafic de drogue, il y a...
Or aussi?
Oui, il y a l'or aussi. Quand tu rentres dans un site là où c'est les touristes qui détiennent les sites, il te faut payer la zakat.
Zakat is one of the pillars of Islam, a charitable offering required of Muslims each year. But in this case, what Mustafa describes is more akin to a shakedown.
Ils utilisent l'or pour payer des choses pour...
L'or, il est utilisé pour payer les médicaments, par exemple. Il est utilisé pour payer la nourriture. Il est utilisé pour le carburant.
Les armes?
Tout.
Mustafa explains that some of the gold is used as currency in Niger. The rest is sent to Dubai, where it's traded for cash and used to purchase goods that are then imported back into the country.
Tu connais des personnes qui font ça?
Bon, aujourd'hui, même si je connais la personne qui peut faire ce genre de trucs, je ne peux pas les montrer parce que je ne sais pas qu'est-ce qu'ils vont suivre. On peut m'enlever. Je peux disparaître. Je trahis, on te tue.
Et qu'est-ce que tu penses sur le coup d'État?
C'est une surprise pour moi. Moi, je ne pense pas à ce qu'aujourd'hui au Niger, on peut faire un coup d'État comme ça. C'est pas bien pour le pays, pour le développement du pays, parce que c'est tout maintenant, ça va s'arrêter.
As we head back to our hotel, it strikes me that he's wrong about one point. Not everything will come to a halt. If I've learned anything over the years, it's that black markets thrive in instability. The lack of opportunities will only send more young men to the mines or into the arms of terrorist groups. Instability breeds more instability, especially in a region like the Sahel, which sits atop a treasure trove of untapped natural resources. Gold, yes, but also oil, uranium, and rare earth minerals. This coup is part of a much larger story about resources and power. Who's got them? Who wants them? And what people are willing to do to get them.
La pression internationale s'intensifie 4 jours après le coup d'État au Niger. La France et l'Union européenne ont suspendu leurs aides budgétaires. Elles ne reconnaissent pas le pouvoir du général Chani et demandent un retour à l'ordre constitutionnel.
The West African state leaders are discussing the situation in Niger, and one of the possibilities is military intervention, which obviously is really bad news, because if things get violent here and if the war breaks out, we want to be sure that there's an evacuation plan in place. We went to the airport yesterday as well to see if they had any news on possible planes leaving. You know, the airspace is still closed, so nothing there. I think at this point we just want to be proactive and do as much as we can.
We begin the day with the possibility of war in Niger still very much on the table.
Direct the committee to activate the ECOWAS standby force with all its elements immediately.
What I would say is we are in the best position to be in within Niger because we're away from the capital. We're away from the major towns. Obviously, we're here in Agadez.
Yeah, but we're also away from an exit.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
When that news came out that the West African states have given the coup leaders 7 days to bring back President Bazoum, my thought process is we have 7 days to figure out how to get out of this country. What happens if there's violence at the door of our hotel? Is it safe? Are the roads? Do you know anyone, Baba, who's done this journey to the border with Nigeria? Is it at all safe for us to go?
I cannot confirm the roads are safe.
We'd arrived in Agadez by plane because thieves and terrorists made it too dangerous to travel by road without heavy security.
What do you guys reckon? You think we'll be staying put or heading to Niamey?
I don't know. Both are sounding equally unappealing with every day.
But we'd only planned to stay for 4 days, quick enough to get in and out without drawing too much attention. Instead, we're stuck, the most visible foreigners in the city, and a tempting target for a militant group or kidnappers. The question now is whether to take our chances on the roads and make our way to a neighboring country, which would require traveling without a military escort. So, ironically, after covering black market operators for most of my career, our best hope of escape from Agadez may be to hire one to smuggle us out.
So we're waiting for this guy who works in the gold business to come and meet us here at the hotel. And it's very interesting because there's a photo of the president in a lot of these business establishments. There's always a photo of the president. Oh, he's here actually. Ça va? Je t'appelle Ismaël. Ouais?
I'm hopeful that Ismail might be our ticket out of Niger.
Moi, je suis transporteur.
De quoi?
De tout, des gens, des bagages, des minières, tout.
Ismail tells us stories, as most everybody in Agadez does, about recent murders and atrocities he's witnessed on the road.
Oh, wow, you can hear the shots. Wow. They were coming your way.
Ouais.
So you went to the ground.
Ouais.
Wow.
It's not the most hopeful starting point when looking for a viable escape route.
Mais alors, pour arriver à Algérie, c'est combien de temps, de jours, de chemin d'ici?
Non, tu vas rentrer et sortir à une seule journée.
Mais si on veut, notre équipe, si on veut aller, if we want to go, could you take us?
Non, je ne peux pas vous amener.
Pourquoi?
Si on a la sécurité avec nous, on va aller, il n'y a pas de problème. Mais je vais vous prendre comme ça pour aller là-bas, c'est un problème.
For Ismail, traveling with a group of Americans would make a dangerous trip even more so. But providing security isn't something we can offer. And without it, we run the risk of becoming another cautionary tale on someone's phone.
Ils sont tous morts. Il y a un là qu'on a venu là-bas, là, mais il est un peu vivant. Mais c'est loin. Il est mort de la route.
The more we explore possible exit strategies, none of them look particularly safe. The funny thing is, we're only 2 miles from Base 201. But despite many requests, the US military won't allow us to take shelter at the base. Perhaps because the US is in the middle of its own crisis.
We are condemning the actions that have taken place in Niger.
So far, the State Department has refused to label the action a coup, which would legally require the US to withdraw financial aid. There are concerns that might push the new government into the waiting arms of Putin.
Our economic and security partnership with Niger, which is significant, hundreds of millions of dollars, depends on the continuation of the democratic governance and constitutional order that has been disrupted.
That's the thing about a coup like this. It casts a spell of uncertainty over everything, big and small. For the people of Niger, it's unclear who will rule and if the chaos will spread. For the US, President Bazoum's ouster means losing our closest African ally in the war on terror. And for us, stuck in our hotel, it means trying to stay positive. Because while European governments are evacuating their citizens as fast as they can, the US won't declare it a coup. And that means they won't help us get out.
Les ressortissants français au Niger vont être évacués, ça va commencer dès aujourd'hui. Le Burkina Faso et le Mali affirment qu'une intervention militaire au Niger revient à une déclaration de guerre à leurs deux pays.
We've been spending days on end trying to find seats on humanitarian planes, which could take us to the capital, Niamey. But even those planes in Agadez remain grounded.
And these are supposedly the last planes that are taking Europeans out. And they're already on the runway about to leave. And he was able to get us all seats, but the problem is that we're very far away, so we're not going to be able to make those flights. I just got a message from our U.S. military contact at the base here.
Does he say that they're anticipating the evacuation order to come?
If the evacuation order is given, we are standing by to receive the order to come get you all and bring us back to the air base here.
Okay.
So it's still an if.
Okay.
I mean, Italians and the Germans have all given evacuation orders. What's happening?
Darren just sent it.
Says, no, nobody has made any calls to consolidate Americans yet.
We've got 5 more days before ECOWAS's ultimatum ends and possible military intervention by the West African states. Mali and Burkina Faso have said that they are ready to come and fight and defend the military coup. So a civil war could break out at any point, and we're in a race against time for this evacuation window that's happening, except that in our case, we're 1,000 kilometers away from the capital, Niamey, where those planes are leaving at this moment. I think we've all felt very emotional. Just the uncertainty of it all has really taken a toll, and they're really just missing our families. That moment, that's going to happen very, very soon. We're going to be able to hug our loved ones, is what's keeping us going.
You are in the meeting now.
Hey, guys. We've got the whole team here.
Great. Just brief the team before you came on board. We'll bring you up to speed. About a little over 10 minutes ago, we got the landing approval for Agadez issued. And what we're waiting on right now is for the crew to get in, get the aircraft up in the air. It'll be going Dubai, picking you up, and returning you to Dubai.
That's incredible news. I think we're all very happy, but it seems like it's firm, like this is actually happening. We're actually sure that this is happening now, right? We don't want to give false hopes again to the team.
I'm actually watching the crew getting mobilized.
With all other doors closed, a private extraction company will try to land a plane to get us out.
Now the concern is we now need to safeguard and protect your team, because now the military in the capital of Niamey is aware of an evacuation that's occurring out of Agadez. They may start getting curious. Try not to share it with too many people. And the air crew does want you to arrive at the aircraft with security to safeguard the aircraft.
Everyone in the car?
Yes, let's pull out, please.
Okay, let's go. Ready. Okay, let's go. Ready.
The plane's supposed to land in 20 minutes. So our police escort didn't show up. And there's a curfew that goes until 5 a.m. So today's actually Independence Day here in Niger. They've reported protests happening around the country in support of the coup. And apparently there's going to be a lot of anti-Western feelings around. People are afraid of foreigners being a target. So we were actually scared that because of this Independence Day, that the plane wouldn't be able to land, the airport here wouldn't be operational. But it's supposed to land in 20 minutes. It's been a really nerve-wracking night.
Got a little bit of a roadblock coming up here.
I think there's a full awareness amongst our whole team that we are the lucky ones. And we've had a very uncertain 1 week. But for the people of Niger, for all the incredible people that we've met along the way, it's an uncertain future. And, you know, one without democracy and possible violence on the way.
I'm very concerned about the future, and I'm very concerned for the generations to come. We have a very young population, the youngest in the world, 65% below 25. President Bazoum was trying to give hope through education. We're about to lose it. Not only we have the jihadists, but we have all these traditional leaders totally opposed to any form of modernity. Religious leaders who are also totally anti anything that looks like democracy. They don't believe that human beings are equal. They don't believe in that. They believe that some are better than others. And these people are surging, are gaining influence.
So the airport is on our right, and I'm trying to see if I can see the plane coming in anywhere. Thank you. The captain is checking with his ops. It's okay. They said we're good to leave. Seems like we're good.
Crew Victor is the primary radio. Clear GTC.
I spent much of the last week waiting for this moment. I think I was more scared than I wanted to admit. The relief of finally getting out hits me, along with the guilt of knowing that leaving is not an option for everyone. Somewhere down there are the gold miners I met, and the people of Agadez, and President Bazoum and his family, still being held captive by unelected men who hold his fate and the fate of a country in their hands.
This is something very, very scary and very worrisome for the generation to come. If I tell you that I see a bright future, I wouldn't be honest. I don't see any, for the time being, I don't see any bright future. Yeah.
I've done stories about scammers before.
Tax-related scams.
Warning the public about a new scam.
Phone scammers, binary option scammers, romance scammers, credit card scammers, identity theft scammers.
It's a scam.
It's a scam.
But I've never met anyone like these guys. They're all 20-somethings, and they all live like kings. Mansions, parties, insane cars, jewelry, AK-47s that look like jewelry. It's a lifestyle that's made possible by their mastery of a cryptocurrency scam called
rug pull scam.
The rug pull.
The rug pull. If you haven't heard of it, consider yourself lucky, because victims lost nearly $3 billion in 2021 alone. This is a journey to the dark side of the crypto craze.
Selling drugs is for the birds.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm. Before I started reporting on cryptocurrency, I think I just thought that it was something that everybody else was making money on, but I was too lazy to get into it because I knew very little about it.
Cryptocurrency.
Crypto
is a way of people taking control of their money.
It's a safe and easy way to get into crypto.
And I'm never wrong about this stuff. Never.
Fortune favors the brave.
whenever there's something out there that it seems like you can make so much money fast, there's a lot of people out there that are just willing to exploit those dreams and those hopes.
Look, where do I start with crypto?
Actually, let's start from the beginning. So it started with one person. One day I got a message on Instagram from a fan of the show. He was such a fan, he lived in LA. So we met this guy. And he showed up with a cheese board that he had made himself that said Trafficked with Mariana van Zeller. And he gives me the cheese board and then he says, hey, what do you know about crypto scams?
What do you know about crypto scams?
Crypto scams, one of which is called the rug pull.
Remember what I told you about crypto? Crypto. Currencies, coins, token, centralized financing, decentralized financing. But once you go DeFi, the Wild West.
You do realize that half of the things you're saying I don't understand, right?
So say what crypto is.
It's a really,
Oh, it's so hard because it's not like a 2-sentence thing. It's like a 2-hour thing. I don't even know where to start. I mean,
and it's
Now, if you don't know what cryptocurrencies are, we're not entirely sure either. It's okay. Experts say they are a digital currency that's exchanged online, that's not tied to a government.
Bitcoin is probably the most common cryptocurrency on the market. There are many out there.
So you have very little money in an actual bank account? Yeah. All of it is in crypto?
Exactly. And I'm sure I'm not the only one.
When was the first time you realized you'd been a victim of a scam?
I think I've been in maybe 7 or 8 rug pulls.
That many?
Yes. The first one was just a $500 investment, and the next one, almost $10,000.
And then what happened? You lost it?
Just move on. There's nothing you can do. It's decentralized financing, so there's no rules. Nothing applies.
Right. Okay, so the first time you lost $500, and it was a rug pull?
Yes. Let me explain how this rug pull works in the form of a margarita.
Great. Love margaritas.
When we launched the token, the scam token, you have this amount of your actual token.
Okay. So before scammers start to promote this new offering, they've already bought a big chunk of it at a very low price.
As people are buying in and it just goes up and up and up, there's no stop. It just keeps going up the chart.
So that's the money I'm putting in.
Exactly. As it's
filling up the coffers.
Now you have more investors coming in and more shillers pushing the product nonstop. Twitter, Telegram, pushing it, getting paid to promote a certain token. So your average newbie investor sees that and thinking, oh, I better get into it right now. It looks great. Going and going and going. People are buying in. Going and going and going. Thousands of people.
We're all getting super excited.
Right. Next thing you know, the scammer walks out.
He walks out.
Yes.
With all the money.
Exactly.
That's right. Just when the excitement around the token reaches a fever pitch, the scammer pulls the rug, selling all of his holdings and sending the price crashing.
And that's a rug pull.
And that's a rug pull. It's amazing to me that so many people can do this and get away with it. Personally, I know some people that have lost their life savings.
Who are the scammers? Who are these people that are making millions of dollars from other people?
Anybody.
I can't quite believe that these scams are as big and as common as Xavier is telling me.
Scams everywhere. Crypto scams everywhere.
But it doesn't take much research to see that he's absolutely right.
FBI is warning about an increase in cryptocurrency scams.
Rug pull scam accounted for 37% of the illicit revenue.
A Denver man thought he'd be able to retire early after investing more than $1 million.
$1.6 million in total.
It disappeared with about $3 million. The bad guys all want cryptocurrency because it's not traceable.
It seems like once people are burnt, they either quietly drop out of crypto entirely.
It's not backed by any banks, so consumers have no protections and no way of getting their money back.
Or they pin their hopes on making it back on the next hyped-up token.
It's really exciting. Maybe there are celebrities involved, so you want to get in early.
I missed out on Google. I missed out on Apple, so I didn't want to miss out on this.
Ow! It went to zero! You've seen it live. A rug pull, baby.
If I'm looking into scammers, what do you suggest?
Conventions. The conventions.
The crypto conventions?
Oh, correct. Miami, Dubai. You're bound to meet somebody that's trying to show off.
When's the next convention?
Dubai.
Dubai?
Yes, next week.
Really? Next week already? And you think for sure there's going to be scammers there?
If you ask the right questions, you'll find somebody. You'll find somebody. This is the Wild West. Decentralized financing is the Wild West.
Put your hands up if you in the building. Put your hands up high to the ceiling.
Much like Dubai itself, cryptocurrency seemingly came out of nowhere, creating obscene towers of wealth, a lot of it built on sand. The good, the bad, and the ugly of crypto come to these conferences. Everyone is vying for attention for their latest token. This is the first time that I've showed up somewhere without a lead.
With my heart blasted. Our heart.
And without knowing what a scammer might even look like. So my plan is to get the word out that I'm looking for them, and hope that our cameras will pique their interest.
Hi. Why are you dressed in a spacesuit?
Crypto doesn't have any more sky is the limit mentality, so it's going to the moon. I don't know where they start
Are you guys in the crypto business?
Yeah. Yes.
What do you do? You invest in crypto.
Yeah.
So does your company have a token, or what do you do?
My company is all about fashion, crypto fashion.
Right now, crypto is not accepted for payment everywhere. As that adopts more, you're going to see a whole flood of more people come in. And these scammers are going to be sitting out there waiting.
There is a lot of scamming in crypto too. Is that something
that's
that
where
worries?
you got to do your own research kind of thing. People don't like to read. People don't like to search. They follow influencers.
I'm assuming there are scammers in here too, right?
I would absolutely bet that, yes.
Do you know anyone who's doing rug pulls? Any scammers? Good luck.
I leave the conference with nothing to show for it. But later, my luck changes.
Hey, can you hear me?
When I finally hear from an elusive source I've been waiting on.
Is there any way I can get his phone number and meet him and talk to him directly?
He confirms that there's a notorious scam crew in town, headed up by someone he insists on referring to as Mr. X.
Okay, but he's definitely in Dubai, right?
It's rare for them to be in the same place at the same time, so I can't miss meeting them.
Okay, any idea on where he's staying? I mean, if we have an address, if you're willing to share that address with me. Awesome. Okay, thank you. Talk to you in a bit. Bye-bye. Hello?
Hello.
Mr. X?
Yes.
Hi, Mariana here. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
I am so happy we can finally talk to you directly.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so we're on our way. I think we should be there in the next 15, 20 minutes.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
Great. Okay, I'll see you soon. So apparently he's staying in this big villa right on the water, sort of one of the most expensive areas in Dubai. And heard that he's driving around in all sorts of luxury cars, and I guess we're gonna see. Okay, this is it, guys. This is the house. We have a Mercedes G-Wagon and a Rolls Royce parked out front. So we came all the way to Dubai. We got here and we started a hunt for a scammer. We went to parties, went to this crypto conference, telling everybody that I was looking for a scammer, which isn't the best way to go about this. But eventually we got a call scammer. He's here right now, and he's willing to talk to us.
The scammers are fairly paranoid about us identifying where they're staying, so it's cameras down until we're inside.
Oh, man, I heard that from here, bro. All right, let's go.
How many rug pulls have you done?
I wouldn't want to say that.
But more than 10?
Yeah.
More than 100? No. Have you been a victim of a rug pull?
Yeah. Everybody in crypto's been rug pulled. So I'm like, man, let's figure out how they did this.
Oh, is that one of the reasons you got interested in it?
Yeah, because it's easy money.
Do you know a lot of other people rug pulling?
Yeah, I mean, they suck at it, but there's a lot of them that are good, that make hundreds of millions of dollars.
So setting the stage, where are we and why are you guys here?
We're in Dubai. We came for the Crypto Expo. We came to see new utilities, security.
So you come here and they're going to tell you everything at these conferences about what they're doing in terms of security, and you can always be a step ahead.
Exactly.
You want to be called Mr. X, right?
Yeah, you can call me that.
What is it that you do?
Rug pulls. I pull liquidities. I launch tokens.
And you're the boss?
You could say we're a team.
Yes. Can you tell me what each of you guys do?
Well, I do the shilling. I promote the tokens.
You're the sort of the PR side of it?
Social media. Let's get the name out there. Every token needs hype. The more hype, the more people are buying it when it launches.
Is it easy?
Yeah, people just chasing after money.
And what about you? What do you do?
I make the money disappear. I exchange money within different wallets and divide it into smaller amounts to make it seem as it just disappeared, making it harder to trace.
What's the most amount of money you've ever made on a rug pull?
One that's been successful with marketing from multiple influencers through him, and easy like 60 million.
How much?
60 million.
60?
60.
$60 million.
Yeah.
You know, I've interviewed many people that work in black markets, but I've never heard of anyone making this amount of money with one operation.
Selling drugs is for the birds.
So you guys are in your 20s, right? Yeah, all three of you.
27. I'm the youngest, just turned 21.
So then what do you do with the cash? I mean, if you have millions of dollars in cash, how do you
Invest into everything. Bank accounts, family members, stuff like that. People that have legitimate businesses. Shoes, clothes, designer, jewelry.
How much does that chain cost, do you think, the one you have?
This one was about 75.
$75,000. And on a regular basis, how much money worth of jewelry do you carry on you?
A lot. Quarter.
250,000.
Yeah. I'm that dude. I'm the hero.
I'm along for the ride with them today to see where those millions end up once the rug has been pulled.
This car alone costs like $500,000. How much do you think these houses are worth here?
Oh, easily 20 million. The villas were like 15,000 for 7 days.
And you guys have 6?
Yeah.
They tell us they've rented 6 different villas on Palm Jumeirah, a luxury development built on man-made islands.
All of these are on the water then, right?
Yeah, big beach view.
How many people did you guys travel?
20.
Is it your first time in Dubai?
No. There's a lot of connections out here. There's a lot of people that have a lot of utility.
And by utility, you mean cash?
No, privilege. Like, there's no laws for people here that I know. You know what I mean?
Oh, so the people that you know are in high places here, so they're not...
Yeah, basically they can.
Get away with a lot.
Yeah, when I'm with them, it's insane.
That we never actually get to see how the people operating in these black markets spend their money. A lot of this money comes from the pocket of people that work very hard to make that money.
Do your friends and family know you're in this business?
For sure.
They know that you're doing,
Yeah.
that you're stealing.
What do you mean? I'm stealing, it's legal.
All these people are buying tokens thinking it's something and it's not, right? So you're
Right.
selling them something that's actually not real.
No, it's real. They get their tokens, they buy it.
Yeah, but it's worth nothing. That's the point.
No, it's worth something. No, it's worth something. You can still make money. You can still sell.
But the people that are investing and buying the tokens don't know that their money is going to disappear, right? They're going to lose money.
It's a gamble, and they lost. Rug pull, it's a legal way of making money. Legal way of stealing. Legal way of stealing.
So, but if it is not illegal, why are you guys wearing masks? Why not just be openly doing it?
Just because of the fact that my face is recognizable to a lot of people. This is my Schiller, and he has hundreds of thousands of followers, verified, connected with celebrities. I'm connected with celebrities.
Right, it would basically put a stop to your lifestyle and to the connections.
And not only that, it would just be like, oh, you're at that truck pulling, and it'll just be like, okay, well, now we can't do it no more.
Do you ever feel bad about the people that are losing all this money? You know, we hear stories about people who've invested, all their retirement or sold their dream house or whatever. How do you feel about that?
Just try to get it.
You don't care?
No. If you're gonna put your life savings in a coin, you should take 5 minutes to do a Google search and find how the coin works. I think they're the most stupid people on earth.
It's pretty chilling how quickly these guys can flip between being almost likable and almost completely void of empathy.
Don't invest what you can't lose. Yes. Who the hell would do that? That's...
We heard that there was somebody who killed themselves after a rug pull, after being a victim of a rug pull. Have you guys heard of that?
Yeah, but I don't feel sorry for people that kill themselves. That's weak-minded.
But I think there's it's also because you never meet your victims, right? I think that if you were to sit down in front of somebody who's lost a lot of money and is crying in front of you and is telling you that they can't send their kid to college or whatever it is.
I think they're not victims. They're investors. We don't go to them with a gun and be like, give me your money. He's like, this is a coin. And they go like, here's my money. It's different.
They can count it however they want. But essentially, they're scamming people out of their hard-earned money, and they have absolutely no qualms about it. I'm treading a fine line between challenging them and maintaining access to this world. It feels like they trust me now, but I still need the invite to the main event.
This is really beautiful, though. This is really beautiful.
Yeah, for sure.
So when you do your next operation, could we be with you?
Possibly.
Did you ever think you'd be living a life like this?
No.
What is it that you most like about this life?
Freedom.
You can do whatever.
Whenever.
And you don't think this is going to end?
No. There's no way they can stop it.
A couple of years ago, I had cancer, and it kind of slowed me down a little bit, and so I spent more time with investments and things of that nature. And my son came over, and he said, hey, Dad, you looked at crypto. And I said, crypto? You mean that Bitcoin stuff?
Cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency.
This is pretty confusing stuff.
So no Bitcoin investments for you? I don't know nothing about that.
So I started looking, right? And so I got into SHIB and did very well, and then you're ruined, right? You're kind of wrecked. Because I went from saying things like, hey, I made $29. I made $29 today. Trading blue chip stocks, to, hey, I made $6,000 today with crypto. And I thought, even then, man, this can be dangerous for people because of the FOMO, that lure, you know?
Everyone's trying to get in this game. Investing in cryptocurrency is the buzz right now.
The day started normally. It was a launch day. Altex was the name of the token, and I had been involved with this project. It had been delayed a couple times. The devs were young, not fully doxed. I knew who they were and about where they lived, but they still kept their last names kind of secretive.
Despite the risk, Robert pressed his luck, investing thousands in what he thought was a promising new token.
At launch, the devs sold their entire bag, which looked like this huge rug pull, and that left all the investors, including myself, holding the bag. When all the smoke cleared, I had $86 left. I was wrecked. It's hard to describe. Emotionally, it's devastating. Knowing how that felt and that others were going through that, that's the point that I decided that something had to be done. Something had to be done, and it was going to start with me. These are just new tokens that have launched.
Just one.
Well, it shows today over here at the last.
Just today, yeah.
Yeah. Here's a good indication that this is probably a scam. You see 3% down in the last hour,
yeah,
but 85% in the last 24 hours.
Which means that they're dumping.
Something's going on.
Then you see these actually, up by 6%, up by 16%.
But that's what they do. They hope that, just like you just did. You said, hey, some of these are up really big. They hope that you'll see that and go buy it.
Robert Browning is a scam victim turned vigilante. After being taken in by a rug pull, he now spends his time hunting down and exposing scammers.
So explain what this is. What are these AMA?
This is an AMA. Now, AMA means ask me anything.
And these guys use these AMA platforms what for?
To pump their token. To sell all the hype, all the garbage, all the...
We're here to chat. If people have any questions or anything.
And so you go into these chat rooms, into these AMAs, for what for?
Because they're very suspicious.
Yeah, why do you think they're suspicious?
Because Carl sent me a copy of a wallet that was involved in a scam.
One of your guys?
Yeah, and it holds this token. So
they've been involved in another scam.
Somebody has been a bad actor on the team.
When he finds a suspicious token launch, he questions the developers in public forums, in front of possible investors and victims.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, man?
Oh, no, man, just checking it out.
You're just new to the group.
Yeah. Are y'all, am I reading this right? Yeah, visually, right, it looks an awful lot like a rug. You can see that. The way, the chart crashing out and then the liquidity.
Well, that's not nice to say because everything is in the pin messages. Anyone that does, they can just read the pin messages.
Listen, I'm just saying, I'm telling you what...
Visually. I understand, but please don't mention those things in the VC because it's absolutely not true.
I understand that, but if you could put yourself in an investor's position for a second, you would want somebody to ask that on your behalf, wouldn't you? I don't understand why you're getting so defensive.
Rob, I apologize.
You should pull your boy in there, man. If you're legitimate, he's making you look very, very bad.
Who is making?
You are, sir. You are. An investor sent me here who's got money in your project and asked me, right, because that's what we do.
What happened?
Now I'm banned.
Oh, he banned you?
Yeah.
They kicked you out and banned you?
Yep, that's it. Now.
So what do you think?
Scam, total scam.
100% scam.
100% scam.
How do you know?
Why would, if I came to you, right, and you had a legitimate thing going, and I said, hey, my guy's got some money in your project, can you explain to me why it's not working out this way? I would do anything and everything, right, to make sure that you understood that your money's safe. $14 billion last year, that's a lot of money.
Is that the amount?
$14 billion, yeah.
$14 billion.
$14 billion.
To scams like this, to rug pulls and honeypots.
Yes.
Wow.
To be clear, the $14 billion in crypto that scammers stole in 2021 includes a variety of schemes.
The biggest Bitcoin bust in U.S. history in connection with a 2016 hack of a virtual currency exchange.
Delhi police has busted a cyber fraud module transferring cryptocurrency.
It's estimated that rug pulls account for nearly $3 billion of that total.
And we calculate that we probably saved thousands of people millions of dollars, just us.
But busting scammers isn't easy. The flow of crypto can be hard to track.
It's virtually impossible to detect where they are and how to track them down.
There's a lack of specific laws around rug pulls and a decent likelihood that scammers are operating overseas.
One common complaint is that police aren't doing enough to track down these scammers.
That's a big reason why vigilante groups like Robert's have taken off.
We pay for bounties, and so we can...
And bounties, you're basically paying people to tell you if they see some suspicious activity?
It could be a dev, it could be an influencer.
How much do you pay for these tips?
Well, in the last 30 days of its existence, we paid about $17,500.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
Where does that money come from?
We have a token, Seek token, and it's really there to fund our mission.
Yep, even the vigilantes who have been burned by crypto have their own crypto token.
We've been death threats and all the good things, and
You've gotten death threats?
oh, absolutely, yeah, constant.
And they know who you are?
Oh, absolutely.
And they know where you live?
Yeah, yeah. My coordinates were in a previous article. My GPS coordinates.
So how do you feel about that?
I mean, I keep my team safe. You know, I've taken security precautions at my home.
You have?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Such as?
Such as private stuff. You know, I'm American. We have firearms. You know, so.
Does your wife worry about the security aspect of it?
You know, it concerns her. But at the same time, too, I don't tell my wife every time that somebody named the Butt Corn Bandit threatens to kill me.
Is that the name?
That was one of my first death threats ever, was the Butt Corn Bandit. Yeah. If you want me to be afraid, I'm okay with that, but you've got to be something a little stronger than the Butt Corn Bandit.
So what would you say to the rug pullers and the scammers out there who claim that what they're doing is not illegal, and to some extent they say that it's not even morally wrong?
You can't get in trouble for rug pulling.
You know, you can't take something that doesn't belong to you and call that a bad investment. That's stealing. They put people in jail for that. Some places cut your hands off, but in crypto, they think they get a free pass.
The FBI has seen a number of cryptocurrency scams. We certainly do hear a lot of tales of how cryptocurrency has a lot of gray areas and undefined areas, that this isn't money, so money rules shouldn't apply. When individuals are under the understanding or assumption of a particular promise, and then that's not delivered, that is fraud. Fraud is fraud.
Aren't you afraid that you might get caught?
How? You're gonna call the crypto police? Nobody's gonna help you.
There's not a lot of laws out there right now to sort of regulate what you guys do. Are you afraid that the law will catch up?
No, yeah.
What we often find is that new technology is first adopted by predatory individuals, and in the last year we've seen an exponential growth of cryptocurrency-related fraud.
I be playing with the money like, whoa. Still got a lot more to go.
Fraudsters who are engaged in rug pulls have to have an internal justification for the type of actions that they're taking. It can be that the victim should know better and not be victimized. It should be that, well, this technology works this way, it's their problem that they weren't aware of that. The same argument would say that, well, because I can get into your house, I can rob you. They are a criminal enterprise trying to remove folks from their hard-earned money. We'll make sure that those actors will be held to justice.
Despite the best efforts of vigilantes and the FBI, Mr. X and his crew are still free to launch scams with very little effort or risk.
We get about 1,500 tips.
Wow.
In a 30-day period.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot to start out.
But there is one thing that can stop these scammers: the markets themselves.
It's been a bit of a bumpy ride recently for cryptocurrency.
Major cryptocurrencies have seen some steep losses.
It was called the crypto winter. By mid-2022, cryptocurrencies had lost more than $2 trillion from their highs the year before.
The crypto sell-off has left investors scrambling.
People lost their shirts from this crash.
Predictably, investors were spooked, which meant the rug pulls were much harder to pull off.
I lost over 450,000 USD. I cannot pay the bank. I will lose my home soon.
Seemingly overnight, our access to Mr. X and his team had vanished. And I wasn't sure when or if we'd ever get it back. Mr. X and his crew ghosted us for a while after we met them in Dubai. But now, they've resurfaced in Houston, Texas.
We're here to meet Mr. X. You know, he's sort of disappeared on us for a while, but he finally came through, started talking to him again.
My day, you stole my life.
It's definitely an interesting time to be with him because crypto has crashed dramatically since the last time we were with him in Dubai.
The way they think is minimal. We get hot when the winter's cold. I'm just down for the inner soul. Drink more water, mineral.
My first stop with Mr. X, though, has nothing to do with how he's making money and everything to do with how he's spending it. This is him, last seen in a bull mask.
Good morning.
Now leading me into his favorite jewelry store.
Bitcoin on top of the rocket. That's what you were hoping would be happening right now, right?
It's curious to me that even though the crypto market has crashed, these guys all still seem to be living large.
What is this one?
That's a crypto coin we're kind of cultivating into. That should be out pretty soon as well.
Even Mr. X's jeweler has a token he's promoting.
You don't want to miss this. Army available October 14 on .com. What's up? How you doing, man?
Johnny Dang is apparently the go-to guy for those who want to turn crypto or cash into gold and diamonds.
Got a diamond around that with an engraving, perfect gold.
Or if you want to bedazzle a fully functional AK-47.
Oh, wow. It's a little heavier than the common AK, right? Can I ask you how much that cost?
Yeah, but not so, but yeah, it costs some money.
It costs some money.
Yeah, it costs some money.
All right.
I don't think Johnny Dang knows how Mr. X makes his money.
Never say no to champagne.
Or that he might be using his store to launder his profits.
Hey, you jumped in the hoopty, I hopped in the bins.
But I've been itching since Dubai to see how these guys actually set up a rug pull.
What you gonna do to red? What you gonna do to red? What you gonna do to red? But they hopped in the back cause you driving instead. Here go the drop to the ops.
Another member of X's scam crew has surfaced.
Man, the whole thing could better be lit. Secondhand smoke.
S, the shiller, is in town.
So when you do your stuff, when you do your shilling, you use Twitter. What else do you use?
Telegram, Twitter, social media.
With my phone?
Your phone, yeah.
Okay.
Just look up crypto or new tokens dropping.
New tokens. Okay, let's try that.
There's all kinds.
How many of these things are there? List.
It goes for days.
Crypto moonshots. Crypto moonshots. A lot of hype around this launch. Bullish. Kermit Eno is the next generation. Eno is a big influencer backing the world by storm.
Take your pick. You're gonna see hundreds of thousands of posts. There's a bunch of rugs every day. You know that, right?
Yeah, there's a bunch of rugs every day.
Not even these scammers know which of these tokens are real and which are fake. And that's exactly the point.
We're just trying to get investors to see the token. You know, the more eyes see it, the more chance they're going to invest in it.
And people actually believe these things?
They're degenerates. You're dealing with a bunch of gamblers.
So make it seem like it's much bigger than it is. All right.
Then we actually use influencers of people we're connected with that we trust.
People that work for you, that you want them to promote stuff.
Correct.
Kim Kardashian, she has agreed to pay nearly $1.3 million for promoting cryptocurrency on social media without providing necessary disclosures.
In addition to paying the fine, Kardashian also agreed to cooperate with the SEC's ongoing investigation.
The list of celebrities facing criticism for pushing crypto is growing. In most cases, no legal lines were crossed, but these influencers are often getting paid big money to hawk crypto projects they know very little about, which is why their fans and followers who have gotten burned are so upset.
To the moon. To the moon.
I think Musk is manipulating the market, and I think you're doing exactly the same thing.
The answer is safe mode.
It could be a scam. I don't think it is. Invest with your own money.
All the influencers have promoted multiple rugs. There's not one that hasn't.
So why do people still trust them?
It's a gamble. It's mainly people just trying to get rich quick, so they're going to throw some money in just to maybe hit, you know? That's FOMO. Because you're being scared of figuring this out.
So when's your next ripple?
We don't announce it like that.
So it could happen tomorrow.
You know, if it could not. It's not hard. That's all I gotta say. It's like, you know, the time you think that it takes, it doesn't take that much time.
Oh, so you can do it in a day.
Yeah, boom, it's ready to go. Like,
In 15 minutes, you can get this all done, and you could launch it right from here, right now.
correct.
Right now.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this moment since we first met in Dubai. Finally,
Thank you.
Mr. X has agreed to demonstrate how easy these rug pulls are to set up.
Do me up an Ethereum real quick. Simple Ethereum token. I bet. I'm gonna get the Wi-Fi password too, okay?
He takes me to a tattoo shop with good Wi-Fi.
Bishop.
Sit right here.
It's good.
Okay, so how is it done? What do you...
So basically, I find a basic DeFi project that's doing well, that has a lot of momentum.
He just finds a crypto project that's doing well, snatches the computer code that makes it special, and renames it.
Just copy the contract code, post it onto a notepad in here, rename it. That's it. That's it. It's as simple as that.
It's a simple copy and paste job, like stealing the text of someone else's novel and then telling everyone to come and buy your new book.
So you can be at a coffee shop, at a tattoo parlor, wherever it is. In 15 minutes, you can get this all done, and you could launch it right from here, right now.
Correct.
Right now.
Yeah.
So why are you not doing it?
As far as me not doing it, it's just me being comfortable about what I'm doing, I could do it right now, but that's as far as I could show you.
Would it be smart for you to launch a token right now if the market's down like they are?
I mean, you would make close to nothing.
But if I was a newbie starting at this, I could just go online, find this, and do it myself.
Exactly. You can just pull this up on Google.
So that's not illegal. That's doable.
No, this stuff where you're launching and pulling that has like it's black and grays to it. I'm gonna say it's 100% illegal, but it's not right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But now it's the first time that you're saying that it's not. It's the first time you're saying it's not right because
it's not right, but I mean I don't care because I'm doing it right.
Did you change your mind?
No, I said it's not right, but do I care? So no, I didn't.
Okay, but now you're.
It's not right. Yeah, of course it's not right, but I mean,
Didn't go that far last time. You know?
I mean, what do you want me to say?
I think you changed your mind.
No, I didn't change my mind. Obviously, why am I still doing it? Why are you here talking to me?
When trying to understand scammers of any kind, you never quite know which way is up. On our last day in Houston, I hoped to meet up with Mr. X one last time, but he bails on me.
I mean, it's been really just difficult to work with these guys, particularly X. He's been promising all this access and telling us he's going to show us this and that, and then last minute either doesn't show up or nothing of what he promises actually happen.
The night before, off camera, Mr. X admitted to our producer that despite earlier denials, they've continued scamming. But of course, he didn't give us any details.
They've come clean to us and have said that they have been rug pulling this whole time. Yeah, they've just been basically lying to us.
These days, you just can't take professional scammers at their word.
Do your friends and family know you're in this business?
For sure.
Do your parents know you do this?
No.
What do they think you do?
Full-time student.
Are you?
I am.
Does your family know what you do?
Yeah.
Do you think they are proud of you?
50-50. Feels like I'm getting interviewed by the FBI or something.
No.
Have to be careful what we say. I would say for those interested in cryptocurrency scams, there are very few individuals who have run a fraudulent empire and are living comfortably on the beach in retirement with a large bulk of funds.
Hi, Pete. Where are you right now?
I'm in Ibiza.
Oh, you're in Ibiza.
corner to corner of the island. I'll be just partying on every club there is.
You know, the market's been crashing. Crypto is really low right now. Has that affected you at all?
Yes, a lot. Millions.
Millions of dollars, really? But do you still have enough to be partying in Ibiza?
Yes, yeah. I've made around $60 million just from crypto. I like to think I'm a good guy. I've already sponsored schools. We sent over $3 million to the Ukraine cause, or where there was a couple of hurricanes in Honduras and Guatemala and Salvador. We funneled a lot of money.
We can't confirm any of this, but clearly, this is how he justifies his decisions.
It was over before it even began.
It's often been said that the FBI always gets their man, whether it's today or tomorrow.
I'm not scared of the FBI. There's no way they can stop it.
Those looking to victimize U.S. citizens should always keep an eye looking over their back.
I think one thing is very clear is that they will keep doing this. Are there people still buying tokens and still investing in crypto?
Yes. People keep funneling in.
They will keep stealing your money. They'll keep scamming.
People are buying in. Buy.
They'll keep spending their money at Johnny Dang's and buying gold and diamonds.
Yes, sir.
That is guaranteed.
You're making a $16 million play in a month and a half, and you ain't risking your life because you ain't doing nothing illegal. That's a win-win.
You need to do your research heavily before you get into anything.
Don't invest what you can't lose.
You're the only one who knows why I'm gone.
Estar acá hablando contigo de juego, de una mafia. Ese no es como decir, le estoy robando un chocolate a un niño. Se enteran mis jefes y me pueden matar. Yo me dedico a llevar maletas con billetes falsos, dólares falsos. Debo traer la maleta armada. ¿No? Me llaman por teléfono, oye, hay un encargo para llevar.
¿Y tú sabes cuánto dinero va en la maleta?
La última vez que fui, llevé $500,000.
¿Cuánto?
$500,000 falsos.
Impresionante. ¿Y todo en una maleta?
Todo acondicionado en una sola maleta. Todo ese dinero termina en Estados Unidos. Todo ese dinero que uno manda. Es una organización, son varias personas en esto. Estoy metiendo en algo bien fuerte.
Every city has its secrets. Lima is no different.
¿Pasaporte?
Over the last decade, a new criminal enterprise has taken root.
Pesos, dólares, euros, todo es falsificado.
¿Ese?
And a new breed of gangster craftsmen has emerged.
Es más rentable que cocaína.
But how they work and who they are is a mystery to me. And I'm not the only one looking for them. This footage is from the Peruvian National Police, who have turned up the heat and turned Lima into the front lines in the war on counterfeiting. That's how I landed here. at Lurigancho prison, one of the most dangerous prisons in all of South America. The Peruvian National Police tipped me off to a counterfeiter they recently nabbed, a man they'd been chasing for years.
Vamos a esconder completamente tu identidad y nadie va a saber quién eres. Siempre protejo la identidad de las personas que hablan con nosotros, eso te prometo.
Nadie sabía que trabajaba en eso.
¿Tu trabajo cómo era?
Bueno, uno de los mejores.
He's wearing a mask for two reasons. He doesn't want to be known as a snitch in prison, and he doesn't want his young daughter to know that he's locked up. He's told her that he's taken a job abroad.
Y siempre dólares hacía.
Siempre dólares, nada más.
¿Por qué?
Por la facilidad que es.
¿Cuánto dinero te...?
¿Me encontraron?
Sí.
10.
10 millones de dólares falsos.
Incredibly, it's estimated that 60% of all fake US bills are produced in Peru.
Si yo quisiera hablar con alguien afuera, ahorita haciendo ese trabajo.
Muy difícil.
¿Por qué?
Porque las personas se cuidan demasiado, que puede perjudicarles.
En términos de seguridad.
Siempre hay una persona que anda con ellos.
Armada.
Claro.
He says it was an informant that ultimately got him busted by the police. But the hunt for this man actually began 3,500 miles north. Two weeks earlier, I paid a visit to the Secret Service. The agency we associate with these guys in crisp suits protecting the president is also in charge of protecting our money. When fakes are detected anywhere in the world, they're sent here for the monetary equivalent of an autopsy. I watch as analysts examine each of the bill's component parts. The paper, the ink, the colors. Within each fake hides clues about its origin. Telltale markers are discovered, the chemical makeup of a certain ink, or the density of a certain paper stock. Each bill then gets cataloged, helping the Secret Service identify the world's biggest players in the counterfeit game.
What happened in the early 2000s, the first Peruvian produced note started popping up, and in Peru there were no counterfeit laws at the time. It just caught her by surprise that it started there.
This field agent wants to remain anonymous for safety reasons. He tells me the agency first opened a Lima office in 2012 because the counterfeit scene was booming.
These guys are artists. The workmanship's there and the skills are there. It's being produced at high numbers and very high quality.
Tonight, the real cost of fake money.
Officers want everyone to be on the lookout after a batch of bad bills has turned up in the city.
Another counterfeit money bust in Limestone County.
When it comes to counterfeiting, it's pretty much crime that hurts everybody. From nations' economies to businesses to your mom and pop stores, things that are being passed that are worthless. And you're at the bank and next thing they look at you like you're the criminal. It's almost like a mugging that you didn't know happened.
We tend to think of black markets as a world apart, but the truth is, they're all around us, hidden in plain sight, difficult to see, until someone lets you in. That's especially true when tracking this counterfeiting story in Lima. The leads are literally everywhere. Seemingly everyone has been a victim of fake bills, with the walls of some shops looking like a gallery for the city's criminal artisans. In a cash society like Peru, anywhere money changes hands is an opportunity for a counterfeiter. And nowhere does more money change hands than here, among Lima's cambistas, or street-side money changers. Sometimes it's the customer trying to slip fake bills to the cambista. And sometimes it's the other way around.
Cambistas, the money exchangers, I never go to those. You never know what's real and what's fake. It's a very murky world, put it that way.
I contact my friend, Fernando Lucena. He's a local investigative journalist who said he could get me in touch with one of these crooked cambistas. The man I'm meeting is akin to a neighborhood drug dealer. He's my entry point to the underworld. I'm hopeful he might introduce me to some of the bigger players in the game, the ones moving millions in fake bills into the US.
That's one of
Tú me dices, no quieres la cara, ¿verdad? Okay. He doesn't want his face revealed. Dime un poquito de qué haces en tu trabajo así.
Soy cambista.
Cambias dólares a soles.
Soles, dólares a soles.
¿Y dólares falsos?
Sí. ¿Usted no hay?
You just asked me if I was a buyer, if I was an undercover buyer. ¿Tienes? ¿Puedo verlo? He's gonna show us some of the fake dollars that he sells. ¿Los puedo ver? ¿Tienes miedo de dármelo? Estamos agarrando.
Regularmente se habla.
This looks pretty great to me. Pero el sonido, this sounds like money to me, ¿no? ¿Y son de buena calidad?
De muy buena calidad.
Pull a bill out, turn it over, feel it. There's texture. It's rough and smooth. There's a watermark security thread, layers and layers of detail. Each element presents a new challenge for counterfeiters. But the better their handiwork, the more they can charge, and the more their services will be in demand.
¿Cómo haces tú a saber qué es falso, entonces?
Nosotros nos enseña 3 pasos de modo central de cero. Tocar, mirar y girar. Tocas la textura, la calidad, ¿no? el relieve y giras también.
So, touch, look, and turn.
We all have intimate relationships to money. We chase it, we spend it, we save it, we make big life decisions because of it. And yet, it's so common, I've never really looked at it. The best fake bills are so exquisitely crafted, they aren't noticed at all.
Dime una cosa, ¿piensas que si continuamos en contacto contigo, podríamos hablar con las personas que los hacen?
No creo.
¿Por qué?
No, yo me comprometería a mí y eso ahí sí, no. Yo creo que ahí sí me da vuelta o no. Ellos se cuidan mucho, ¿no? Estar acá nomás ya es, para mí es peligroso.
Before the money changer left, he confirmed what the Secret Service told me in DC, that once the designs for the fake bills have been produced, there are essentially 3 key positions in any counterfeiting operation. The printer, who is the master artisan in charge of bill production, the finisher, who adds the necessary texture and polish to the bills to make them passable, and the bourier, who transports the fake cash out of the country. I want to find all 3, something an outsider has never done before. It's the best way for me to fully understand the inner workings of this black market and the circumstances and motivations of the people who run it. Enter another of my contacts, a local producer who shares a nickname with Peru's national dish, ceviche.
Aquí en Perú somos campeones haciendo cosas, nosotros decimos alternativas.
Alternativas falsas.
Sí, somos unos artistas, pero no tenemos el potencial como para ser legales, digamos.
Over the last several years, he's been building connections in Lima's underworld. Specifically, through a man we'll call Diego. Ceviche tells me that the counterfeiting racket in Lima is run by a handful of families, and Diego's gotten tight with one of them. Each of these families controls underground workshops, where old-school offset printers churn out sheet after sheet of fake bills. Criminal organizations bound by blood are notoriously difficult to penetrate. Getting inside one of these operations, especially with cameras, is next to impossible.
Estamos esperando la llamada para que ellos nos citen en un lugar.
¿La cita es con quién?
La cita es con el dueño de la fábrica y su capataz, el brazo derecho del dueño de la fábrica.
¿Qué son los riesgos?
Los riesgos que hay que tomar es muchos. Que nos secuestren, ¿no? Que nos pidan recompensa a alguien y eso va a ser lo peor.
In this business, there are always risks. But I felt okay with a daytime meeting, hopefully somewhere public. That is, assuming they call. 3 hours pass, and still nothing from Diego.
¿Qué tal?
Oye, están yendo para allá, me han llamado.
Yo voy para allá con...
Yo me voy a encontrar con ellos ahí en el colegio Guadalupe y ahí camino para allá. ¿Por qué no venir a tomar una favorita de toque? Porque ahorita ya faltan 40 minutos.
When the adrenaline kicks in, I know things are about to get good. We're on our way to meet with a gang of Peruvian counterfeiters in one of the shadier neighborhoods in Lima.
A última hora, a la gente tenía... Pero quedamos en que te ibas a reconfirmar, pero te voy a llamar para...
At the last minute, they change the meeting spot.
Okay. Ya están allá.
Ya están.
Ya están allá.
They're waiting for us already.
With the location change, we'll be late to the meeting. Part of me wonders if these guys are looking for an excuse to bail on us. Lima's counterfeiters are extra skittish these days. I would be too, if I was being hunted. There have been a series of huge busts recently, including one only days before we arrived that intercepted $5 million in fake bills. The Peruvian National Police gave us this footage. It wasn't at all what I'd expected. I'd imagined these counterfeiting operations happening in warehouses or factories in dark corners of the city, but much of it seems to be happening in residential neighborhoods, on quiet streets, inside garages, hidden in plain sight.
Okay, cameras down.
For obvious reasons, we couldn't record this initial meeting. But let me tell you how it all went down. I've been on a lot of these Underworld first dates over the last 15 years. You never know exactly what you're walking into. At an outdoor cafe, Diego introduces us to the boss and his bodyguard, who is covered in tattoos. One on his arm reads in English, "Only God can judge me." The mood is tense, suspicious. As I always do in these situations, I order beers. Soon after, I'm sharing my unofficial resume, photos on my phone of me hanging out with men like these from all around the world. Then the food arrives. More talk, more drinks. I then explain that I've heard they're the most talented counterfeiters in the world. You'd be surprised how many doors flattery can open. I knew I'd passed the test when the bodyguard gave me a nickname. He pointed at me from across the table and said, "Mi reina, my queen." You're gonna see amazing things tomorrow night. In any city, there are people who play by the rules and people who don't. Usually, it's hard to tell the difference. Finding my way into the criminal underworld is always an adventure. That's why I love what I do. It's also knowing that once you're in, you get to witness what very few outsiders ever do. A universe governed by its own laws and power structures that teaches us a whole lot about our own.
Ya con eso estamos.
¿Cómo te sientes?
Ya emocionado.
Sí, yo también. Entonces es mejor salir ahorita, ¿verdad?
Sí, vamos,
okay,
porque
vamos.
no llegamos.
Okay, let's do this.
Para tu pan con pata, mira, yo de 4 patas 2 soles. 4 patas 2 soles, casera, mira, buena pata, mami. Pata fuerte, pata cremosita, pura mantequilla, mi buena amiga. Yo de 4 por 2 soles. Yo de 4 patas 2 soles.
Game time.
¿Qué?
Pero primero quiere que baje yo para ver dónde va a ser el lugar, para que me expliquen ellos cómo vamos a entrar todos.
Okay. ¿Porque vaya a haber cada uno de cada vez o qué?
Sí, de repente, porque no vamos a entrar todos, porque se va a notar que hay mucha gente y como son gringos, va a haber problemas.
In Peru, like many places in Central and South America, gringos is synonymous with Americans. In this case, the counterfeiters are on guard that any gringos could be Secret Service agents trying to infiltrate their operation.
Nos vamos a observar desde que vamos a llegar.
Tiene gente que sabe exactamente cuando llegamos.
Claro. Aló.
Ya, escúchame. Antes de entrar al parque, hay una entradita a la espalda del Ministerio de Educación que era. Ahí la entrada.
Ya.
Listo, listo.
Ya.
They've told us to meet them here, at a downtown park. Ironically, only blocks from the Palace of Justice. Somewhere in these surrounding buildings, fake money is being made. They've set 2 rules. Only the crew they met with are allowed inside. And once inside, we stay the entire shift, from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. No one leaves. I imagine it's a rush to see your net worth growing with every new sheet of bills coming off the press. You could print yourself out of debt, or into a new car or a new house. It's not hard to see the allure, or the desperation that would cause someone to enter this line of work. 1 hour, no call back from Diego. 2 hours, Diego's phone is off.
¿Qué piensas que pasó? ¿Alguna cosa? ¿Tal vez la policía o qué?
No, hubo otro que lo hayan quitado el teléfono y lo hayan botado, no sé.
Things aren't looking good.
It's been over 3 hours, and they haven't shown up. I think it's pretty safe to say that you've been stood up. No chance this is going to happen tonight. Ya, vamos, Triche. Yo pienso que ya esperamos bastante, ¿verdad? No van a venir.
There's nothing worse than getting this close and not coming home with a story. But giving up isn't an option. They are still out there, and I'm gonna find them. Stories go cold. Sometimes you can't explain it. You make a connection, you make plans, things seem to be falling into place. And then you find yourself staring at your phone for a call that never comes. In these moments, I always remind myself that nothing's changed. The story is still out there. Somewhere in the city, offset printing machines are churning out sheet after sheet of fake dollars.
No les importa a qué persona puede engañar.
I just need to find a new way in.
Esta organización criminal, poco a poco nos íbamos dando cuenta que ahí era. Las paredes de la casa estaban revestidas con triple y con ternopor, que van a reducir al mínimo la sonora. Esta gente se cuida muchísimo.
Nothing happens as fast as you want it to.
This isn't the safest neighborhood, so we should try to avoid showing off our cameras.
But I have faith that another door will open.
¿Cuáles son las áreas en Lima donde hace más ese trabajo?
Salvador, Ventanilla, pero mayormente los condos.
They were definitely like sussing us out.
Lo que yo sé es que es un círculo bien cerrado. No están así al aire que hablan. Tu palabra vale bastante en ese medio. Todo es palabra nada más. Tu palabra vale más que tu pistola.
Until I can find some of these counterfeiters in the wild, I lean on the contacts I've already made.
¿Cómo fuiste capturado? ¿Dónde estabas?
Imprimiendo. Impresión, maquinista.
¿Verdad?
Llegaron cuando estábamos en pleno proceso. La policía llega. Nos tiraron al piso. El coronel dijo que él almorzaba, cenaba pensando en mi nombre cuando me iba a capturar. Ya me tenía ya, pero nunca me podía capturar. A mí me agarran imprimiendo el billete, ¿no? Lo tenía casi listo.
¿Por qué eras tan bueno?
Se habían perfeccionado varias cosas. De lo que era el color, todo eso.
Entonces, ¿tú sabes a memoria todos los detalles de todos esos billetes?
Claro.
Tengo dinero aquí, si me puedes mostrar hacerlo.
Todo es saber los colores de memoria, matizar en el color, nada más. Darle el color preciso. Siempre se trabaja con un billete verdadero y un falso. Y el que estás haciendo, se trabaja así, con esto, ahí.
Okay, so he's showing us how he works.
Su seguridad es esto. Esto de acá, el hilo, nosotros le llamamos el fantasma.
El fantasma, the watermark.
Que siempre se notaba cuando lo ponías nada más. Tiene que ser mejor que este y mejor que este.
Todavía mejor que el verdadero.
Si este es de la competencia, el tuyo tiene que salir mejor. Y siempre con esto. La mayoría de veces yo trabajaba de día. Y los colores tienen que ser a la luz del día para ver el color lo que es. Por decir un día que era un lugar público. A veces trabajaba de día, con la puerta abierta.
En lugares públicos, con otras personas al lado.
Claro, galerías, imprentas.
No son tipo fábricas grandes con varias máquinas.
No, es una sola máquina.
Eran impresoras legales.
Sí. Bueno, cualquier máquina de imprenta, el que le sabe dar el uso para eso le da.
Impresionante. Yo pensaba que era así en lugares escondidos.
La policía pasaba, tú estabas imprimiendo.
¿Verdad?
¿Verdad?
¿No tenías miedo?
No.
¿Y nadie sabía?
Nadie sabía. Me dio una marita mágica diciendo, no, aquí, ¿no? Porque siempre que iba no encontraban nada.
Siempre que iban en el lugar de impresión, no encontraba nada. ¿Por qué? ¿Qué hacías tú?
Lo cambiaban de lugar.
Ah, siempre cambiaban de lugar.
Por eso era que se cambiaba de sitio, para que la persona no se dé cuenta de eso.
¿Qué tal, mi amigo? ¿Cómo estás? Estamos dirigiéndonos al punto, ¿está bien? Estamos cerca. Ok, perfecto. Estamos ahí en unos 5 minutos, creo. Perfecto. Listo. Muchas gracias. Chao, chao. Okay, seems that everything is in place.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
Fingers crossed.
It's 5 a.m., and my initial contact in Lima, Fernando, has a new lead on a printer who seems willing to meet with us.
We got this meeting set up in a illegal printing operation where we're going to meet a guy who's supposedly an ink master and finally see what these printing operations look like. What can and can't we do?
What he's told me is basically keep the team as small as possible. Don't call his name in front of anyone. Just keep it low key.
We just want to be absolutely sure that we play by their rules because we want to be able to get this in the bag. Everybody's anxious and nervous and hoping that this will all go as planned.
We park outside a shopping mall and wait for word from our contact.
Okay, there are 2 guys walking. Is that him?
Yeah.
Right? That just came out.
Fred, be careful.
Yeah, Fred, if he sees you. Okay, he's here. Okay, let's go, guys. Yo sé que está nervioso. Tiene que tener confianza en nosotros, porque nosotros no queremos que pase nada con usted. Y como periodista hago eso, ya sabe, hace 15 años. Y protejo siempre las personas que trabajan con nosotros, le prometo. This is it? Wow, this is incredible. And they're just printing fake money.
It's early morning in Lima, and the smell of fresh ink is in the air. I found my way to a printer who specializes in counterfeit US dollars. It's like no Underworld scene I've accessed before. It's so out in the open that I'm actually nervous for them.
Wow, this is incredible. This is amazing. I mean, we're in a printing mall. It's too early, so all the shops are closed. So it's this surreal scene where we walk down these corridors and everything was closed, and then suddenly there's a bright light here, and they're just printing fake money.
Han descentrado en todo. El dueño del circo soy yo, sino que el payaso gigante me ordena. Yo soy en otra palabra, yo soy el cerebro en esto.
Printing is the most daring aspect of fake note production. It's loud, it's long, and it's often done in public locations like this. It's also very difficult. It takes years to learn the secrets of this trade. The inks, the paper, the machine. The process of forging bills is equal parts art and science. Very few have the right combination of talents.
Eso ya tiene la cara de Franklin.
Ese es el primer paso. Ese es el fantasma.
This is the beginning of everything they do here. Every single $100 bill that's done here starts with this metal plate. And it's essentially the watermark, el fantasma.
These plates are made by coveted designers and are critical to the whole operation.
Con el inicio del trabajo, Ese es el alma del trabajo. Y si no haces bien eso, no vale nada. Ya no sirve nada del trabajo.
Check this out. All the bills coming out.
Vamos a pasar a la segunda parte, que eso es el fondo.
Ah, the second part is the off-white color of every banknote.
Aquí hay varios colores, no es un solo color.
Y generalmente el proceso todo, ¿en cuánto tiempo?
1 mes y medio.
¿Por qué tanto tiempo?
Es que son los colores de tinta, esto cuando cae varios se pega. Ahora lo vas a ver que se va a pegar.
Y se tiene que dejarlo secar.
Sí, secar.
That is crazy. So the whole process takes a month and a half. ¿Cuántas notas de 100 se puede hacer con una máquina así? En 1 mes y medio.
5 millares de este tamaño.
5 millares
Este tamaño.
veces 12, porque a 12.
Claro.
6 millones de dólares?
Claro.
No. Holy, that's a ton of money. That is crazy. They can make $6 million with a machine that cost them $7,000 to buy here. Y las personas envueltas que trabajan en otros lugares, ¿saben que estás operando eso aquí?
No saben. Imaginas que te ven haciendo esto, ¿quién va a querer hacer callar? Ahorita por esto hay problema, ya es un delito ya. Todos estamos cometiendo un delito ahorita.
The later it gets, the more nervous the printer becomes. We can hear other shops opening, voices echoing down the hallway.
Ahorita vamos a hacerlo rápido esto, porque puede venir, eso sí que no vean. Esto es normal. Ponte la tinta, todo el papel, toma. Todo el papel. Nandito, lo que salga eso, por favor, rápido.
The mood totally changed and they're super nervous because you can see the $100 bills here, the metal plate. And so they want to do this process really fast.
Sí, es rápido, ¿no? Eso sí ven, ahí sí problemas.
Wow, check this out. This is amazing, pero increíble, me imprimo. We've got the watermark, the background color of the banknote, and now Franklin's face. Yeah, okay. He's hiding everything. They heard that there's somebody walking down the corridors.
Okay.
We have to go.
As we head for our van, it hits me that what surprised me most about the printer is something that also surprised me about the prisoner. They were both conflicted about their decision to get into counterfeiting, but both realized that perfecting their craft was the best way to stay in demand.
Es como cualquier trabajo, un inversionista, un trabajador, como cualquier otro trabajo normal. Lo malo que es ilegal. Solo mi trabajo era imprimir y entregarlo, ¿no? Y ya el acabado era otra cosa.
Once the bills come off the printer, there's still work to be done to make a convincing fake. Fernando is able to locate another of Peru's finest underworld artisans, the finisher. His role is to add texture and weight to the bills, so they will pass the touch, look, and turn test. We're driving to Villa El Salvador on the south side of Lima, an area that locals describe as picante, meaning hot. Hot with every criminal enterprise you can imagine.
The cops call it Villa Salvaje because the murder rate is not particularly low.
Is that him? Just keep the camera up and roll. Hola, ¿cómo estás, Mariana? ¿Todo bien? Te vamos a llamar de Ronaldo, ¿ok? Porque no quieres tu nombre verdadero, entonces como eres la caballista, como el jugador de fútbol portugués, Cristiano Ronaldo. ¿Está bien? ¿Puedes mostrarnos solo lo que compraste muy rápido? He's going to show us the stuff that he just got. So it's a sponge, a regular.
Esto para ser más exacto para el corte de los.
Ah, this is for cutting the notes.
to make a straight cut.
Y esto para pegar, para que tenga otra textura el papel.
Cuando compras todos esos materiales, cuando compraste eso y todo, ¿tú no tienes miedo que van a sospechar que estás haciendo esas cosas?
No, porque es una cosa sencilla, pues, ¿no? Que se pueda comprar, pues, ¿no? Normal, pues, ¿no? Como útiles escolares, ¿no? Pues, no hay nada sospechoso en esos materiales.
The U.S. spends millions and millions of real dollars to deter counterfeiting. And these counterfeiters get around it with school supplies. In an effort to look less conspicuous, we plan to meet back up in his workshop. We sneak in our cameras in bags. I wonder if his neighbors have any idea what's happening inside this room. If they only knew. My search for the makers of the finest counterfeit bills in the world has brought me to this working-class neighborhood outside of Lima. And to this man. They call him the finisher, and his skills are in high demand.
¿Me puede explicar el proceso que estás haciendo?
Lo primero, esto es una plancha. Remojamos en una tina con lejía y con vinagre para que pueda salir el color verdadero de un billete.
It's a painstaking process, all done by hand. With a popsicle stick, he applies glue for weight and texture.
Ahí está el exceso.
Que quede liso.
To get the feel just right, he adds what he calls English cornstarch, which I recognize instantly.
Eso se pone con leche para los niños. ¿Para qué comer? Para darse comer. It's a thing you make for kids porridge. I used to eat it when I was a kid.
Con eso vamos a vertir en las partes donde tiene que tener relieve. El inglés tiene un brillecito, un brillo, que le va a dar al papel.
¿Puedo ver? Ya lo sé, siento aquí un poquito. You can really feel the texture, it's changed. It's amazing.
He says he also works on hundreds and 50s, but 20s are easier to fake and much less scrutinized. With just a few items you can get at any corner store and a whole lot of patience, the touch, sound, and smell of the bills are totally convincing.
¿Tu familia sabe que haces eso?
No, mi familia no sabe, nadie sabe.
¿Nadie?
No.
Entonces ahorita piensan que estás dónde.
Que estoy trabajando, que estoy haciendo un cachuelo, un trabajo extra.
Si tu mujer lo descubre, ¿qué puede hacer?
Aléjame de mis hijos.
Entonces tú tienes un otro trabajo.
Sí, ser chofer.
¿Y haces más dinero haciendo eso o haciendo el chofer?
Haciendo esto.
¿Cuánto más?
El doble. El doble.
¿Y piensas a veces que con el trabajo que estás haciendo que estás engañando personas, que personas pierden dinero?
Sí, se me ha pasado por la cabeza, pero prefiero no pensar en esas cosas. El dinero pasa de mano en mano y de todas maneras dinero es dinero y afecta a todo el mundo, ¿no? Y pensar en mí y en lo que yo necesito.
It's always fascinating to me how people end up working in black markets. In many ways, counterfeiting is just another crime of opportunity. A driver by day discovers he has the extraordinary patience and craftsmanship to finish bills by night. A printer specializing in calendars and business cards realizes he can deploy the same machines and skills to produce stacks and stacks of fake bills. But all the time and work that goes into making a convincing fake is worthless if those bills don't reach the legal economy. And that's where this man comes in. They call him the Burrier, a Peruvian mashup formed from the Spanish word burro, meaning donkey, and the word courier.
Hay dos modalidades de hacer esto. La modalidad de momia, que es pegar en el cuerpo. Ponen todo hasta abajo, hasta los tobillos, y con una casaca grande pasan. Prefiero yo la modalidad de la maleta de doble fondo. Simplemente me llaman, agarro la maleta, me lo llevo, regreso y nada más.
Tú, que se te decidieran antes de tener familia, un día vas a hacer un crimen así, vas a hacer una cosa criminal así, que tú pensarías que sí, que sería posible o...
Hice ese trabajo porque estaba económicamente mal. El carro malogrado, vendía las cuentas de casa, todo esto. Y por eso me atreví a hacer esto. Lo veo muy riesgoso eso. Claro que siempre cuando salgo me encomiendo a Dios, como todos nosotros nos encomendamos a Dios, que no nos pase nada en el camino, ¿no?
Entonces, con todos esos riesgos, ¿por qué estás hablando con nosotros?
Así como tomé el riesgo de llevar, me estoy tomando el riesgo ahorita de aterrizar un momento. O sea, como quien dice, tengo los huevos para hacerlo. Yo estoy llevando, como decir, una encomienda, ¿no? ¿A dónde llega? No me interesa.
Counterfeiting networks know that some portion of their shipments will be confiscated, so they employ an army of ants who transport fake bills into the US. By airplane, by car, by boat, on foot, they even ship fake bills through the mail. But getting these fake bills into the country isn't enough. They need to get them into circulation. The counterfeiting game is all about getting change.
What you might do is at different shopping centers, going down a highway corridor. You could hit malls on the north side of town and malls on the south side of town. One fast food place, one convenience store. You spend, $8, $9, and then you pay with 100, and that means you're coming back with, $90-some of genuine.
Of real money?
Yeah. You could, pocket $1,000 by the end of the day, and you're not really doing much. It's like an ATM that doesn't belong to you.
When counterfeiters do get busted, their stash of fake bills gets sent to the Secret Service, where they're examined, cataloged, used in prosecution, and then destroyed. Some of these fake bills are probably from Peru. Maybe they even passed through the hands of the guys I met.
Increíble.
But even if the Lima scene is shut down, there will be others.
Nunca vamos a vivir eso. Siempre va a haber una forma.
¿Y no te sientes mal haciendo eso?
Sí, está bien, ¿no? Pero es del ingreso. Mucha gente hace lo bueno y al final no gana nada con eso. Todo en esta vida yo creo tiene riesgos.
Nadie. Nobody's coming.
En la familia a veces uno hace hasta lo que no debe hacer.
It's an old con and an old truth. If you're desperate enough to make some money, one option is to make some money.